day one. Today was an interesting day. We have an opening for the mudslide, which has closed the highway the previous day. And, for most hours of most days, for several days. Okay, so it has really mucked things up. Anyway, Highway 37. So now we are at Little Ball. It was a really nice smooth landing, super smooth, and a lovely beach to lead the plane. The entire area is boggy, almost the entire area. We probably spent a half hour trying to find places to set up our tents, and it was not easy. What a beautiful lake, and this mountain here, it's spectacular. This is just great. And the creek, when it's coming in to Little Ball, it has its own milky white color. That's also something to take a look at. So day 2. Today started out just boggy. And as soon as we got up on the bench, it was just a fantastic view. Saw some ptarmigan a few times turning white, which was really neat. We have such a stunning area. It's beautiful red, blood red even, and rusty red, blood red. I don't know what you want to call it, but it's red. We're a little bit behind where I like to be, but when we saw this beautiful campsite, we had to use it. Right? There just was no other choice here. It started out, we go up a pass, quite rocky, lots of glacial action, basically big piles of rock that have been conveyed by the glacier. Get to the top, and at this point we decide to make a change in our plan. We were going on the route up Yaga Ridge, but Yaga Ridge was completely in cloud, and there was just nothing that you could see there, so we decided to take the lower route. Various flowers and lots of color from the mountains and the glacier, and now we're starting to see lots of bear signs, so bear scat in particular. Occasionally you see them excavating rodents of one sort or another. So we went a ways, and then we realized we had missed the route, and the very imposing Yaga Mountains. How do you cross this thing? Day 4, bushwhacked. Whoa, bushwhacked. Down to the creek, across the creek. That's okay. We eventually cleared the bush. It was pretty bad. We saw a very nice creek, and then we went up this hill. Then when we got to the top of the hill, it's basically just go straight up the scree, go up and up and up. My goodness, that is a lot of scree to go up. Well, eventually we did get to the top, and the views are spectacular. Spectacular views there. It's just a fabulous place. The top is fabulous, and it was blowing cold. It was cold, and it was blowing like crazy, and it was a little bit painful how cold it was. Oh. There's a big drop down to the Niagara River. Maybe 2/3 of the way to the glacier, a nice place where there were 4 or 5 braids, and there was a steep descent to get to it. Crossed it, easy peasy, head back, look for a campsite. So difficult to find a campsite. Eventually we found one that other people had used, and it was quite a nice one. It overlooked everything, And what can I say? That was nice. Today, we're looking at day 5. Just immediately go straight up another pile of scree. Get to the top of that one. We do some walking on the plateau. I actually saw some caribou and a buck with huge ruck. And Joe saw a goat skull. These are neat. So now we're on the plateau, and bit by bit, there's a little piece of obsidian here. Then it's a tremendous amount of obsidian, and we're just fascinated by it, taking pictures of it and so forth. And as we go on, following the track on this plateau area, more and more obsidian, and eventually just the mother lode, where I think people did some breaking it up into tools. So that was really neat. We eventually got to the point where we get off the plateau to the one place where you descend, and it's just rotten scree the whole way. Really, really lousy scree. And everybody has to descend one at a time, and it takes about 10-15 minutes to get out of the rockfall area. So that was very, very slow. And now it's about 6:30, but I'm in the middle of the 3 lakes, and we'll probably go and take this as our campsite. Audio diary for Saturday. Immediately there's a little bit of bushwhacking. Work your way up, and sometimes 2 meters of scree will start coming loose on you. Anyway, we did make it up. We can see Raspberry Pass area. We can see all of these peaks in all directions. There's one particular that we just continuously look at. It's just gorgeous. It has black and brown and snow. It was just really dramatic. There was a problem with water. There were just no creeks. So there's a lake listed on the map, and we got there, and there's basically just a little trickle of water, and not very appetizing. So we took a little bit there, and eventually decide, well, we're going to have to get water at Walkout Creek. We get to this spectacular painted rock area. Drop down, and we have camp set up. Very beautiful place. So many colors. Snow. Running water. The Walkout Creek is all muddy right now. It'll be interesting to see how it is tomorrow. Audio diary for Sunday. So we're packing up. First couple flurries hit. And so we keep moving, and it starts snowing a bit, and foggy, and then more snow. Navigating according to GPS. Take the Mowdade Trail, nice trail. Gets a little muddier as it goes on. Get to horse camp. Horse camp is a complete mess. Kerosene smell. Horse shit everywhere. Garbage strewn around. But on the flip side, it is a place to camp. knew the trail would be soaking wet with all the rain on the vegetation, and the trail just being a creek or a mud pit. But then the weather, it just kept improving during the day, and before long it was sunny and hot. So many mushrooms to see on this trail. Love the mushrooms. Finally get down to the bog, and we were looking forward to it, or perhaps dreading it. But it starts out pretty good. You're just walking the creek. Then something interesting, we came out of the water, and there's an area with big beeches, huge trees. Then it got boggy again, and had to cross Jakima Creek, and this is like pretty much a meter deep. After that, it's pretty much home free. There's a junction where you can go to another park or to the float dock area. Jakima Trail, I kind of like it. I don't know how often I want to do it. But do it once, it's a good experience. Okay, audio diary for Edziza, Little Ball Lake, to Mowdade.